Hey guys, this is Destiny Heroic. I've got a deck profile for you today. This is one I've been meaning to get to for a while now. This is my Dimension Police Galactic Beast Zeal deck. So, same as always, I'll go through the deck grade by grade, and I'll talk about some of the choices I made. So first, obviously, this is a ride chain. So we start with the grade 0 of the ride chain, the Larva Beast Zeal. He pushes back to the back row or the rear guard circle if you ride something other than the grade 1 Zeal. And if you do ride the grade 1, then you search the top 7 for the grade 2 or the 3. And the trigger lineup is 8 critical, and 4 draws and 4 heals. The heavy critical lineup is because the Zeal limit break lowers the attack power of the Vanguard, making it very difficult for the opponent to guard it. So they'll be leaving themselves open, or they'll have to burn a null guard. And if they leave themselves open, then you have a good chance of hitting a critical trigger. Grade 1s, obviously the grade 1 Zeal. Probably the most important one to hit in the ride chain, because if you miss the grade 1, then none of your ride chain weakening skills will work until you can limit break. 4 null guards. Typically 4 null guards is what you want to see in a deck. 2 Karenroy Daisy. It's just generic 8Ks. Put them behind a Zeal and you can swing for 18 or 19. Put them behind a Lady Justice and you can swing for 20,000 attacking the Vanguard. Psychic Gray at 2. This guy is a 10k booster if the opponent's Vanguard is 8,000 or lower. And they always will be if you are hitting the ride chain. And if you get to the point where you're limit breaking and minusing 5 from their Vanguard, he'll be a 10k then too. And 2 Commander Laurel. The reasoning behind Commander Laurel is that if you have a 10k booster behind your Zeal and you reduce their Vanguard attack power to 5,000 with the limit break, and then they don't guard, and then you hit criticals, you can throw the criticals on the Vanguard, use Laurel, and stand the Vanguard again and attack again. And you'll get a second drive check with the potential of hitting more criticals, more triggers, and whatnot. So Laurel can be a really mean play. You sacrifice 2 attacks from your rear guards, but you also gain 4 cards from the drive check. So it's a way of building up your hand. I won a tournament with this deck, and I ended up, in the finals, I ended up with a hand of 13 cards because of the Laurel plays, and the opponent just couldn't get through. On to grade 2, obviously the grade 2 Zeal. When you ride him in the ride chain, and you have the grade 1 in Soul, then the opponent's Vanguard loses 3,000 for the turn, which could be pretty useful. And he goes up to 10 if the grade 1 is in Soul. 4 Twin Orders, just a generic 10k for some extra power. And to round things out, I'm using 3 Die Ladies. Die Lady is good to use against a weakened Vanguard. They'll want to block it, because if they don't, it'll add 3k onto something else. And when they're already weak, they don't want to deal with any more attack power. And for the grade 3 lineup, obviously 4 Galactic Beast. This is the Vanguard you want to be riding, obviously. He'll be 11k with the grade 2 in Soul, and his limit break is Counterblast 2, and reduce the opponent's Vanguard's power by 1,000 times the number of rear guards you control. So ideally you'll want to have 5 rear guards so you can reduce them by 5,000. Basically, you want to be able to put a difference of 5,000 between your current between his power and the opponent's Vanguard's power. So if he's 11, you want the opponent's Vanguard to be 6, because that will force them to use an extra card to guard, and they'll deplete their hand very quickly. So if they have a 10k, then you can get away with having 4 rear guards on board with the limit break. And to round things out, I'm using 4 Lady Justice. She gains 2 if she attacks the Vanguard. If you put a Karen Roy Daisy behind it, then then you can attack for 20,000. If for some reason she has to be the Vanguard for a while, then you can swing. You can put a. If you have the Psychic Gray behind it, then you can swing for 18. And she's meant for the rear guard circle. So if you put her in the rear guard with a Commander Laurel behind him, and they somehow manage to block the Vanguard attack, then you still got a 16k line with the Commander Laurel, because Commander Laurel's attack is only 4,000. But you add 2 when you put it behind a Lady Justice. So that's the deck. Check out the videos in which I won the tournament with this deck. It was pretty good. In a week and a half, actually it's not very long now, a week and a half, the new Bermuda Triangle set is going to be released. So for the next couple profiles, I'm probably going to be looking at doing different versions of Bermuda Triangle, because it's one of my favorite decks. I have a lot of fun with it. It's probably not the most competitive decks, but Bermuda Triangle is the first clan in the TCG to be getting a break ride unit. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and that's probably, we'll see how that changes the dynamic of the game. So thanks for watching. Tell me what you think, and if you have any suggestions on what kind of decks you guys run, or link me to your decks, or link me to your Zeal deck specifically, especially if there's something significantly different about yours than this one, because I'd like to see it. And thanks for watching. Peace.